Nice to meet you.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you doing?
Good, thanks. Yeah, a little bit under the weather at the moment with the flu, but that's life on the road.
Okay. Did you have a nice flight over, or was it like turbulences and everything?
It was a bit strenuous. We went from Australia to Singapore, Singapore to Dubai, and then a 4-hour layover, and then from Dubai to Amsterdam. So it was nearly like 28 hours all up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's one of those nasty flights I don't really enjoy.
Oh, yeah. And did you have some time to relax after this, or?
Yeah, well, because we just come back from Australia. We had 2 weeks off. I mean, we've been on the road over here for 9 months, well, including America as well. And we went home, we had 2 weeks off, we did a quick tour of Australia for the first time in 3 years, so it was good to play the home country.
Yeah.
And yeah, after this I think we go back just before Christmas. And then we've got some summer festivals we're playing back home over January.
Mm-hmm. What plane did you fly with? Was it an Airbus 380?
Yeah, Emirates.
Did you hear about the engine troubles?
Yeah, that was with the Qantas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that actually.
We were a little worried. Then we heard it flew the other way.
Yeah, that was going. I hope it doesn't get us on the way back. But yeah, we flew Emirates. They're a pretty nice airline.
Okay. Yeah. So how was it back in Australia?
It was absolutely amazing. You know, the crowds back there. All the shows were sold out. As far as I know, they were. Yeah, and you know, they haven't had us there for nearly 3 years. So you know, it was just it was I guess, and the last 2 shows we played were Melbourne, and that was like the city we lived in. As a, you know, and that's where the band kind of started. After we went from Warrnambool. Yeah, so it was kind of, we were a bit nervous for those gigs because it had been 3 years. We had to go back and kind of kick our hometown's ass kind of thing, you know, so we had that on our shoulders. But
yeah, you're looking forward to going back again then for the big day out and everything?
Yeah, big day out, yep, that's right. That's going to be great. We played that once before back in 2006, I think. We were the first band to play the main stage without an album out. That was before Running Wild even. Mm-hmm. So it's good to come back and after this many years and get back on that festival.
Mm-hmm. What happened to Joel? We saw that he came out a bit better than bruised after the Stonefest.
Oh yeah. Well, we did 2 shows at the Hi-Fi in Melbourne. So the first show, he right at the end of the set, he just, I don't know what he did. I didn't see him do it, but he took his guitar off and just hit his head really hard, like split his head open. And he got up to the band room and there was just blood, just like rivers coming down his face, and it was pretty bad actually. And he needed to get stitches for the next show the next night, but we didn't have time. We had a bit of promo and things I had to do, so we just slapped the band-aid on it and just kept on going the next night. So
yeah. And did you have time for a holiday to meet your friends and family again?
Not really a holiday. It was just a quick 2 weeks off, so just to catch up with some friends, and yeah, it wasn't a lot of time, you know. Considering we've been on the road for flat out for going on 10 months now, I think. So it was just a little taste of home, and then back on the road. So.
And did your parents or your friend come out to your shows to see you?
Mine didn't actually. They were. My parents live on a farm, so they couldn't get away. So, but yeah, my brother come down to the show, and yeah, we had a heap of friends all come down. So. And like heaps of people from our hometown, Warrnambool, which is like 3 hours from Melbourne, they all come up to the show. So they were pretty. We could have almost done 3 nights in Melbourne. You know, they sold out really quick, and the crowd, they just loved it. We could have upsized the venue or done an extra night really. So, but then again, it was just a little teaser tour because we're coming back for a big day out. So and when you're on a festival like that, they don't really want you to do a substantial tour leading up to it, because in case it affects ticket sales, and you know they want you to do a tour but nothing too big, you know, just to get the vibe out there leading up to it kind of thing.
What kind of farm do your parents have? Is it sheep farm or?
A bit everything actually, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Crop and sheep, but yeah, that's where I grew up. But
so you helped out when you were a boy?
But I was sorry.
Did you help out?
Well, I grew up on the farm. I mean, like, we're all from Warrnambool, but I'm the only one who was the country boy out of the band. I grew up out on the farm, which is like only just out of town, kind of. But yeah, that's why it was hard for them to come down to the show, because you know, you're tied to that kind of thing.
But you didn't want to become a farmer.
Yeah, no, well, not now. It was good living out there though, because I could play my amp really loud and not have the my nearest neighbours were like 2 kilometres away. So
cool.
Yeah, I never had the cops coming around knocking on the door.
When did you get nicknamed Rhodesy? Was that at school or?
I've had that since I was a kid, really. Like, well, my dad was called Dusty, because Rhodes, you know, it's spelt the same as how you spell Rhodes. So his nickname was always Dusty, as in Dusty Rhodes. And just my brother and I, yeah, were always kind of just had Rhodesy. It's just the Aussie way, you know, just slap a Y or an A on the end of a word, and there's your nickname kind of thing, you know. And it was only I think it took about a year or more until we actually realised that there was 3D in Rhodesy. Until someone pointed it out, and we're like, oh yeah, didn't actually notice that. But
Yeah,
it's
cool.
just kind of funny.
Yeah. And do you prefer to be called Rhodesy, Dave, or David?
Anything, yeah, Dave or Rhodesy, you know, either one of those names. Yeah.
So does it depend on the situation or on the mood?
No, not really. Well, you know, when I'm back home, if I'm, well, you know, go visit my brother, like his mates will call me Dave because he's Rhodesy, because I'm a younger brother. And then when I'm around the band mates and my mates, I get called Rosie. And yeah, so either way.
Do you guys have any nicknames for Joel and Ryan?
No, just not really actually. Keefy.
Okay. Yeah. And what does it take to become a good rhythm guitarist?
I don't know, just, you know, I love just feeling the music, and I guess I kind of play like a drummer in a way, because most of my hits on the guitar are all just on what Ryan does, you know, like just, I mean, that's the kind of band we are too. We're very guitar orientated with just that big backbeat. So I kind of, yeah, I mean, my job on stage is just to lock in with the drums, and that's kind of, I mean, I actually play drums.
Ja.
Yeah.
Willst du sie nicht halten, vielleicht?
Yeah.
I'm out for a second while you get that sorted.
Oh, okay.
Is it still working?
Können wir weitermachen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, so other than the camera falling off the stand, where was I? Yeah, the locking in with the drums kind of thing, it's just, yeah, I've kind of, it's just, I fully forgot, I've lost track of what I was saying actually, but yeah, it's just, it's all about just being in time and locking in with the drums, and that's what I love while I played rhythm guitar, because that's what I was saying, I played drums for a couple of years when I was younger, and you know, as well as guitar, so that kind of helped me a lot with playing rhythm, was just really understanding how the drums work as well as playing rhythm guitar.
It helps a lot. How many guitars do you own?
Not as many as I'd want to, but I don't know what I've got at the moment. I mean, like, Joel and I we just mix our guitars up together, you know, because we just kind of, our collection's the same, and we're always kind of, you know, we buy the odd vintage guitar when we're travelling, so yeah, I'm not sure what we own at the moment, but yeah, it's always growing, you know, we always see something that we like and add to the collection kind of thing. But then you hear stories of like guys like Angus Young and you know, Gary Moore and, you know, kind of Billy Gibbonsham's ZZ Top, they've got like, you know, 300 or 400 guitars, or so
You're going to get there in time.
love that collection one day, it'd be nice.
Yeah. How many guitars do you have with you now on tour?
We try to limit down on tour just because of the freighting costs and all that, you know, so, I mean, we have a lock-up in the UK and in America, so we leave some guitars there and at both the lock-ups, so just to save on the costs. But on the road, I think I've got 3 Explorers with me, my 335, which is a fairly new one I've added to the set, and an SG, which is a backup. So I've actually, that's 5 guitars I've got now. Actually, that's too many that I'd normally take with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And when you're jamming, you guys, do you sometimes switch roles with Joel? Do you sometimes play the lead and he plays rhythm guitar?
We might. Not so much on tour. Maybe when we're back home just rehearsing, you know, say if we're doing pre-production, we might stuff around. And, but not, yeah, I mean, like when it comes to sound check, we just kind of, you know, we've got a job to do. We're trying to get the monitors, everything right for the show, and sometimes, if not, we work on new material in sound check when we get time. That's always a good opportunity to do that, and just one of us will come up with a riff, and we'll just jam it out. And we've got a little Zoom recorder that we take with us, and we just set that up at the desk, and we record ideas down in sound checks, and that helps for when it comes to pre-production, which we're going to look at doing soon, I guess. And you know, we're just always constantly writing ideas.
Do you write your own music? Not necessarily Airbourne style, just do you ever write songs?
No, not really. It's all just Airbourne's just, we're just, you know, full-time Airbourne kind of thing, you know. It's all, we're always writing as a band, you know, we work together as a band.
You have no time for anything else?
No, not really,
okay.
no.
Yeah. And when you buy a new guitar, what is important to you? Which criteria does it have to meet for you to want to buy it?
Well, normally, Joel and I normally like to buy old guitars, like vintage guitars, because, well, one, they're, you know, just, they've got a certain sound about them, because they're, you know, in particular, they're an acquired kind of guitar, you know, and they just, like the 335 I was telling you about, that's an 82, it's nearly going on 30 years, It's just had a really great sound. I bought that in LA back in May, and it's a good, like, they just got a certain character about it that you don't get with a new guitar, you know, because I mean, a lot of new guitars are all just factory line kind of thing. There's no character about it. I mean, the guitar's like a living thing. It takes a while to develop, you know, the woods to just get old and matured kind of thing, so they develop their character over time.
Okay, so you already have new material for the next album?
Yeah, oh yeah, we've got lots of material floating around still from previous albums, and just, excuse me, stuff that we haven't used.
Yeah, there's Get On Your Bikes. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
I
do
found a
remember
clip
that.
on YouTube, and we would love to see it released.
Yeah, well, you know, we might do something like down the track.
That would be cool. And also, you did a cover of Fortunate Son that we like very much.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
I'd really like to see something like this.
Yeah, well, they're all options. It's good to have the material than to not have the material, I guess. So.
But with the new material you're writing now, can you see a trend in which direction you are going, or is it too
Yeah,
early to tell?
Yeah, I guess like this new album is definitely more Airbourne again. You know, songs like Chillin' the Fat, and Diamond in the Rough off Running Wild. Those two songs just get massive responses at all the shows that we play, and that style of, you know, is definitely seems to be a style that works well for us. And it's and definitely the Blackjacks and the Running Wilds and the Back on the Bottles, that style as well. You know, just the hard hitting kind of fast rockers. Definitely have a big bag of them on the next album as well.
Okay. And what are your plans for the upcoming months?
After this tour, we go back to Oz. I think we've got a New Year's show back in Melbourne, which is like a bit of a stuff around fun show. We got booked as a secret band because we weren't doing nothing for New Year's, so we thought, oh yeah, we'll do it. And then we've got the big day out over January, which is New Zealand, Australia. And then we may be going back to Canada or America for a tour, and if we don't do that, we're going to start pre-production for a third album, and maybe do the tour in between kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not real sure what's locked in for next year at this stage. I'm only can see as far as a big day out at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
No worries.
I wish you a very successful tour.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me.